Hello, my name's Andrew Silliphant and I'm a Principal Solutions Manager at Pure Storage. Today I'm going to talk to you about protecting Postgres databases using the various tools available for it, and FlashBlade//S as a target with which to output data from these tools. What I'm going to do is we're going to start talking about each and every tool in isolation. The first tool to take note of is SQL Dump, otherwise known as pgdump. pgdump outputs logical data from the database and dumps it into files. There are a number of formats those files can take, but essentially it's the equivalent of just reading data like from an SQL client and then formatting it, putting it in a file, and then allowing replay directly into the database from that. The second tool is pg-based backup. pg-based backup is a tool that copies files from the data directory to a specified location. The third item on this list is not necessarily a tool, but a methodology. That methodology is continuous archiving. Continuous archiving takes segments from the write-ahead log and copies them to an intended location. This is actually just a line of script in the configuration file that ensures in the event of data loss, you have a point-in-time recovery method to roll your database forward. The fourth tool we're going to talk about today is pg-backrest. pg-backrest is a fully featured backup and recovery tool. It has capabilities for encryption, differential backups, incremental backups, as well as support for different repositories based on different storage mediums, such as file storage or object storage. The final tool I'm going to talk to you about today is Barman. Barman is incredibly similar to pg-backrest, sharing a significant number of the features and forms, but is also very popular with the community. What's really important to note is that each and every single one of these tools can be used for backup and recovery. Some of them are better than others, some of them have things that others don't have, and some of them are better in some use cases versus others. What we're not going to cover is which one's better in what use case. Instead, what we're going to talk about is how to get your data from Postgres through to a FlashBlade device. What's important to note is that every single one of these tools needs to go through a storage protocol. One of the more common storage protocols is file capabilities. These are NFS or SMB. Now, these file storage protocols, every single one of these tools can make use of the file storage protocols as they need to. For pgdump, it is simple as mounting up the file share and saying, go and output it to this mounted location. Base backup is the same. Continuous archiving is simply saying in the script, copy from here to here when required. pg-backrest is a little more involved. It requires you to have the file share mounted at a specific location and then specifying a stanza and a policy for that backup data. Barman is also very similar to pg-backrest. The story is the same. Now, what's really important is to note that once your data is on FlashBlade, you have a number of data services you can use. But what's even more awesome is the fact that as you have many more Postgres instances going through every single one of these tools, the ability for FlashBlade to scale, and not in just terms of performance, but capacity as well, is where this shines beautifully. So let's talk about performance. With pg-backrest, performance is great and can be moved around in using different levers. One of those levers is to use incremental or differential backups. Another one is to have a number of streams specified, which then utilizes as much of FlashBlade's capabilities as is humanly possible. Barman is very similar to pg-backrest in terms of allowing it to scale with FlashBlade, but where these tools really shine is where you have multiple instances being backed up concurrently to a single FlashBlade device. When using these tools, you are not only constrained to using file protocols. FlashBlade also supports the S3 storage protocol. pg-backrest can be used with S3 clones like FlashBlade Object Storage. Why this is fantastic is it allows businesses to extend their resiliency capabilities from one FlashBlade through to either another FlashBlade or to AWS S3 storage for long-term storage. However, these data services options are not just limited to object storage. File shares like NFS or SMB shares can also have their own unique data services applied to them. Some data services are asynchronous replication. Another data service is the ability to take snapshots of your file share and apply safe mode policies to them. Safe mode policies allow us to ensure that if we have a snapshot of a file share and we've eradicated that over time, either during a policy or as a user, the data is not actually deleted until a set period of time expires, and then only is the data eradicated. Safe mode is a snapshot policy system that ensures we do not eradicate any snapshots that have previously been deleted until a set time has passed. Only Pure Storage support can change this policy, and only authenticated users who are talking to Pure Storage support are capable of asking them to change that policy. For more information about protecting your Postgres databases, please go to purestorage.com/open source. Thank you for watching.